Yeah,
Never put that to integrate.
hey, look, Jeff and Z Money ain't go to heaven on my dead grandma. They went somewhere. Ooh, hey, I don't even want to tell you where they went. I ain't gonna lie. My homies can't go to heaven on my dead grandma. We did too much to go to heaven. Nigga. I know where my brother went. I know where my brother at. My brother, he 50 miles away. He 50 miles. He 50,000 miles away from heaven. On my dead grandma. We don't go to heaven. I still love God, but we don't go to heaven, folks. I know where I'm going. I know where I'm going.
In today's video, I'm gonna discuss Bloodhound Q50 and Bloodhound Lil Jeff. They was like pretty much the Chicago Batman and Robin, going body for body, no Diddy. There's 7 bodies that Bloodhound Q50 is alleged of having, and that'd be Lil Crew, Lil, D Money, who was a female, Lil Deuce, Monty, Lil Rob, and Baby KD. Bloodhound Q50 is a menace and he's bloodthirsty. He was shot in the chest previously and survived, so he turned his savage up even more after that. One hit that he would be alleged to be on with Lil Jeff was the shooting of both Monty and Lil Rob while they were downtown at school. Literally. 2 teenage boys were shot and killed while walking out of a high school Friday afternoon in the Loop, Chicago police said. As 2 families and a community mourn, Chicago police have continued to search for the gunman responsible for the brazen daylight ambush. It appeared to be business as usual on Saturday, just a day after the boys were gunned down in front of their downtown high school.
Great to have you with us. First at 5, a CBS 2 exclusive. This video just into the newsroom. A key clue for police. Video showing 2 high school students shot and killed under a busy L station in the Loop today. Good afternoon, I'm Joe Donlin.
And I'm Erica Sargent. Police say gunmen opened fire on a group of teens as they walked out of school near Washington and Wabash today. CBS 2's Suzanne Lemonnier is live at the scene with more of that exclusive video. Suzanne.
Joe, Erica, police say that these teens, just 16 and 17 years old, those are the victims. I'm going to show you right now where this all happened. Now take a look here. They were shot just on the other side of this elevator structure that you see behind me, close to the street. The moments before and after the shooting were all caught on nearby surveillance cameras.
You see both victims here on the left side of your screen. Here on the right, a dark-colored SUV pulls up underneath the train tracks. At least one person can be seen running from the vehicle, ambushing the victims. The shooter then runs back into the SUV. The driver takes off on Wabash south, then turns west on Madison. Chicago police say a group of 6 teenagers had just left a nearby high school when the shooting happened.
Several students were exiting the Innovations High School when 2 cars pulled up and a group of individuals exited said vehicles, fired multiple times, striking 2 of the teenage students of Innovations High School. These individuals were taken to Northwestern Hospital where they succumbed to their injuries. So we'd like to actually say again that our thoughts and prayers are with the families of these 2 students.
Witnesses tell us as many as 10 or more shots were fired. This woman says she was grazed by a bullet as she walked to her studio. She showed us the hole in her jacket.
Went through my arm, but just like passing by. And yeah, here.
So the bullet did that?
Yes.
How are you feeling right now?
Super anxious. Sad, and I was afraid that it hit me too by accident.
Mohammed Ashik says the shooting happened right across the street from his business.
I saw, somebody doing over there. I lay down, because I have a problem with shot come for me,
The shooting left onlookers and Ashik in shock.
My head going so heavy, I can't even talk. I can't even go. I want to go home. I don't take the car to go home because my head is too heavy, I'm here 40 years.
Never seen anything like
I've never seen somebody steal something, some little thing, this is normal, But shooting, I never see. This is the first time I saw it.
Now with where the shooting happened right here under the CTA train tracks, Chicago police say they're going to be reviewing CTA surveillance camera footage to see if the crime was captured on camera. CTA footage.
Another alleged body of Q50 would be one of his ops named Lil. Police were investigating the deadly shooting of a rideshare passenger in Little Italy the day before. As CBS 2's Tara Molina reported, the mother of the teen who was killed was involved with the anti-violence organization Project Hood. The organization called the shooting on Sunday a senseless act of violence. An ugly image tells the story. Bullet holes covered the rear passenger window of the rideshare car outside Rush University Medical Center Sunday night. The hospital was where a rideshare driver rushed their 19-year-old passenger, identified by the Cook County Medical Examiner's Office as Jaleel Goings. Goings was sitting in the car in the 1300 block of West Taylor Street in Little Italy when, just before 9 p.m., police said a man approached the car, pulled out a gun, and fired those shots before running away.
This morning, police are doing everything they can to find the person who shot and killed a 19-year-old.
He was actually in a rideshare when the driver says someone came up and then started shooting. We've got Joni tracking that investigation right now. Joni, good morning. What are we hearing?
Good morning. Well, that rideshare driver was able to operate the vehicle, and so they did what they could to aid the passenger. But the 19-year-old male, the victim, died at the hospital. That shooting happened just before 9 o'clock in the Little Italy neighborhood, the 1300 block of Taylor Street. Police say the 19-year-old was using a rideshare service when someone walked up, fired at him, and ran away. There were multiple bullet holes in the passenger window of that vehicle. The driver took the passenger straight to Rush Hospital's emergency room, where police were called. They investigated there and on Taylor Street. That shooting was right across from the public library. The 19-year-old died at the hospital. He has not been identified. Police say the shooter was a male. That's all they have on the description. Reporting live, I'm Joni Lum. Now back to you.
Another shooting/altercation that Bloodhound Q50 would be involved in would happen when not only Skrilla but YouTuber Brandon Buckingham both came out to Chicago with Q50, and a shooting happened with Risky Road. 4 men were wounded early Thursday morning in a mass shooting outside a music recording studio in the old Irving Park neighborhood. The shooting happened right outside Fort Knox Studios, 4255 North Knox Ave. One of the bullets pierced the door, and the shell casing remained on the sidewalk hours later. A large crime scene was set up outside the recording studio, where violence shattered a normally quiet neighborhood. Initial calls from police described the attack as a drive-by shooting.
Hey, Tanya, good morning. Chicago police actually, within the past few minutes, just reopened North Knox Avenue here on the city's northwest side after being here for hours investigating a shooting outside of Fort Knox Studios. Now, at this hour, we do want to show you some of the video from the scene showing that large police response this morning. You can see multiple shell casings on the ground as well, dozens of them, in fact. You can see officers walking around with flashlights investigating. Chicago police tell us just before 2:30 this morning, 4 men were walking on the sidewalk when people in a dark-colored sedan began shooting at them. 2 of the victims drove to Community First Hospital for treatment, while the other 2 went to Illinois Masonic Hospital. The men are all listed in good condition this morning. Now, video from outside Community First Hospital actually shows a black SUV riddled with bullet holes. We spoke with a man who lives nearby, near North Knox Avenue, who says he heard a barrage of gunfire early this morning.
About 2:30 this morning, all of a sudden I woke up and heard gunshots, and it sounded like automatic machine guns or something going back and forth. Probably about 20-30 shots. It went on for a good 5 minutes or more.
Now, back here live from the northwest side, this is a very industrial area. The man that you just heard from right there says he's never really heard anything like this before. Still unclear this morning if this shooting has anything to do with Fort Knox Studios behind me. Of course, as we learn new information throughout the morning, we'll be sure to bring you a live report.
Even after his own demise, Lil Jeff continues to make waves in the streets. It was rumored that he was not only a rapper and Bloodhound member, but he was also a paid hitman, and he would do hits for money. One of his hits would be on 3 men out in Milwaukee. Milwaukee is about an hour and a half to 2 hours away from Chicago, So you have a lot of Chicago gang politics and sets that spill out to Milwaukee. So it's like a baby Chicago, and a lot of members from the Chi feel comfortable moving around out there. 3 men were killed Sunday morning in a shooting near North 54th Street and West Mill Road in Milwaukee, police said. The medical examiner's office told WISN 12 it was called for a report of 3 dead men in a home. Police said all 3 victims were from Milwaukee and are ages 26, 39, and 52.
The case involving 3 men shot and killed execution style at an apartment in Milwaukee is still unsolved. 2 of the victims were brothers. Detectives say it's going to take the whole community to get this killer off the streets.
They ain't in no more pain. They ain't gonna hurt no more.
On March 28th, a day after the triple shooting, droves of people came out to remember the 3 men killed. Anthony Thompson, Tyrese McKinney, Clarence Harris.
When are we gonna stop? When are we gonna love?
The day before this vigil, family members of one of the men called police when they hadn't heard from him. Milwaukee police detectives say they went to the apartment at 54th and Mill Road.
When they got there, they found that the door was ajar to the apartment. And when they entered the apartment, they found that there were 3 adult males that were all deceased of gunshot wounds.
Detective Tim Keller says they believe it happened around 2 in the morning while people were sleeping, which makes what they know about this case limited.
At least one of the victims that resided at the residence where this occurred was engaged in drug dealing from that residence. And that's potentially the motive for this. People sometimes are hesitant to tell us what type of activities their loved one was involved in that could have led to their death. It really does not matter to us other than potentially figuring out a motive. We don't work any less hard on a case just because someone was engaged in drug dealing prior to being killed. We need that information to come forward, and no matter what the information is, if someone in the community knows who is responsible for this, we need a person who's capable of entering someone else's home and killing 3 people to be held accountable so that they can't do this again.
They say what matters most is that lives are lost. There's a killer on the loose, and families have been ripped apart.
2 of the victims were actually siblings. So there was a family that lost a mother that lost 2 sons on that day. And that's an incredibly sad thing when you think about it's hard enough to lose one person in your family to violence, unexpected violence, but then to lose 2 people at the same time. And then there's another family that lost a loved one. And so that's 2 families that were grieving over something that is just, there's no excuse for what occurred there, none at all. And that's why these people are so dangerous. People that do stuff like this, they're so dangerous. And that's why we need help to solve this.
Thank you, Mark. We are learning more tonight about the tragic deaths of 2 teens who were fatally shot in the Loop. Fox 32's Nate Rogers joins us with the latest developments. Nate?
A breaking news update. Gunmen opened fire on a group of high schoolers on their lunch break from class, killing 2 of them in the middle of downtown Chicago.
Tonight, we are learning more about the victims of today's shooting in the Loop. This is 17-year-old Monterio Williams and 16-year-old Robert Boston. Their lives cut short. Tonight, CBS 2's Maribel Gonzalez updates the investigation into their deaths and shares what witnesses saw during the chaos.
I ain't think this was trying to kick it with no news.
How did it feel when, like, I know you be seeing fans or, like, people trolling your name. How you feel when, like, people out here comparing you to, like, King Von or, like, Melly or something? I know you be seeing people just steady, like...
They go do what they go do. Fans gonna be fans. Lil Jeff, though. Bloodhound Lil Jeff. That is.
Now, for the people who don't know, man, like, is it safe to be around here?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, we in the park right now. It look chill, you know. It ain't.
Hey, you got right there. You can sit down in the park. You got right
kids over there in the park. It's effortless stuff, man. You know, come out here, have fun, chill, man.
My bad.
But everybody can't do what we do, so don't do what we do. You know, it's us. We could do this, man.
Y'all said y'all ain't really got no new faces, and it's really like blood.
You be having a lot of watches.
You see this shit, man? This just come on.
Where you be getting all these fly watches from?
Sucker ass. that sweet, so free shit, they be giving them to me, really. They just be letting them keep them type shit. They like put them on, I just keep them. They be friendly as hell.
Word.
They let me see this.
He ain't never
I'm
asked you
really
to return?
borrowing it right now.
I'm about to say he never
I'm
asked
gonna give it back soon. I just borrowing it.
Hey, so you ever thought about like going to buy your own?
I gotta do that for, I got my own. Well, it was like it's both of ours. And then we got another one. And then it's another one, but it's not here right now. One of the other guys got that.
Have someone ever tried to take like some of your belongings from you?
I ain't gonna lie. I did run off on me before. I will tell you that. Just did what they did. I'm talking about nothing at all. I'm talking about at all. Yep, I just took my L and moved on.
Lil Jeff, aka Bloodhound Lil Jeff, or Lil Jeff Hardy, or even Lil Jeffrey Dahmer, was a black stone from Bloodhound/Drill City. He was most known for claiming the highly publicized double homicide of Monte Williams and Robert Lil Rob Boston, which took place on January 26, 2024 in downtown Chicago. Monte and Lil Rob were from Nitty Block. He was also a rapper who mentioned the double murder in multiple songs, as well as many other murders, and had claimed in several songs to have 10 or more bodies. He was killed on June 8, 2024, while attempting to kill a rival gang member.
Who say I ain't on the block?
Dummy.
Who say I ain't on the block? What the
Dummy. You know I got the biggest. I got the biggest. I got the biggest strap on me. I kill anybody that play. They thought my dead uncle, we this our all the ops.
Boom, 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 boom.
Multiple members have paid their respects to Jeff after his death, as well as professional boxing champion Gervonta Tank Davis, who commented on Vert's Instagram post dedicated to Lil Jeff. The 10 bodies that Bloodhound Lil Jeff is alleged to have are Lil Gutta, Clay, 2 unknowns from Milwaukee, Boogie, Lil, D-Money, Lil Deuce, Monte, and Lil Rob. On January 26, 2024, Monte and Lil Rob were waiting for the bus downtown when they were shot and killed by 2 to 4 shooters in broad daylight in front of dozens of witnesses and multiple cameras. The murders became high profile due to the fact that the murders in this area, especially during the daytime, in front of so many witnesses, are extremely rare, and the fact that the victims were brothers. 2 teenage boys were shot and killed while walking out of a high school Friday afternoon in the Loop, Chicago police said. The shooting took place around 12:25 p.m. near Washington Street and Wabash Avenue. The boys were among a group of students walking out of the Innovations High School, police said. 2 cars arrived at the scene, and a group of masked defenders fired shots at the students, striking the 2 victims.
Thank you, Mark. We are learning more tonight about the tragic deaths of 2 teens who were fatally shot in the Loop. Fox 32's Nate Rogers joins us with the latest developments. Nate?
Detectives are still reviewing surveillance video and speaking with witnesses about this case. Volunteer groups were also out here throughout the day patrolling much of the area just to provide residents with an extra layer of safety. The victims are now identified as 16-year-old Robert Boston and 17-year-old Monteria Williams, both students at Innovations High School.
That's sad. It's very sad. It's disheartening. Yeah, my heart is hurting.
Saturday, a window was seen boarded up as detectives continue to track down the killers. Police say the teens were exiting the school's building here along North Wabash around 12:30 p.m. before being ambushed by occupants inside 2 vehicles. Witnesses said the rapid gunshots sounded like fireworks.
There's no confrontation. Like I said, several individuals exited 2 vehicles, approached the group, and fired multiple times.
Both students were pronounced dead at Northwestern Hospital. The school's principal taking to Facebook saying this incident has, quote, devastated students, faculty, staff, and community at large, and they appreciate the outpouring of support. Ayiri Isabole, who works in the building, says now she's certainly on high alert.
I just want to be safe, right? Anybody, there was an innocent bystander who got grazed by a bullet, you know what I'm saying? Had nothing to do with what happened. That could have been me, it could have been you, it could have been anybody else.
Chicago police telling us no suspects are yet in custody. Reporting downtown in the Loop, I'm Nate Rogers, Fox 32 Chicago.
A breaking news update. Gunmen opened fire on a group of high schoolers on their lunch break from class, killing 2 of them in the middle of downtown Chicago.
Tonight, we are learning more about the victims of today's shooting in the Loop. This is 17-year-old Montario Williams and 16-year-old Robert Boston. Their lives cut short. Tonight, CBS 2's Maribel Gonzalez updates the investigation into their deaths and shares what witnesses saw during the chaos. Maribel?
Yeah, Joe and Erica, the aftermath of that incident can still be seen tonight. Take a look right behind me. Now, this is where those 2 victims were shot. The bullets piercing through the outside of the elevator that has since now been boarded up. And over here on this side, some of those bullets shattering the window of this museum. The families of 17-year-old Montario Williams and 16-year-old Robert Boston are grieving the loss of their teenagers. The 2 Innovations High School classmates were shot dead in the Loop near Washington and Wabash Friday afternoon, blocks away from their school, just as it was getting out for lunchtime. Community activist Andrew Holmes sharing their photos after meeting with their loved ones.
And both of them are dearly hurting. The 16-year-old just had a smile, that he kept a smile. The 17-year-old, you know, he was just trying to work hard to just go into the trade business. He didn't want to go to college. He wanted to go into the trade business as a painter.
The deadly shooting captured on camera. Exclusive video shows both victims here on the left side of your screen. Next, a dark-colored SUV pulling up, and at least 1 person can be seen running from that vehicle and towards the victims. That person then getting back into the car before taking off, seen here heading south on Wabash before turning on Madison.
There's no confrontation. Like I said, several individuals exited 2 vehicles, approached the group, and fired multiple times.
It went through my arm, but...
During that shooting, Berenice Vargas says she was grazed with one of the bullets.
I heard like 4 shots. That was super anxious and sad, and I was afraid that it hit me too by accident.
It's so busy around here, and like there's schools and stuff, so it's definitely like alarming and kind of scary.
And we do know that those teens were walking with a group of fellow students when this happened. Police have not yet determined a motive, and they're asking anyone with video or information to come forward. And so far, no arrests. Reporting live in the Loop, Maribel Gonzalez, CBS 2 News.
All right, Maribel, thank you.
Following the murders, Bloodhound Lil Jeff claimed to be responsible in subliminal posts to his Instagram, as well as some lyrics in his recent songs.
And that's why I said dead now, because y'all said threats, and get your mans up. You said threats like that, and then your homie go get up. Now you gonna merch it on him next. Now it's on Drake. Now it's on Lil Robin. Now you know what I'm saying? Now it's on all these movies. They put y'all shorty in a trunk and set his ass on fire.
On January 31st, 2024, just 5 days after Monte and Lil Rob's murder, Lil Squirrel from Wiz City / Drill City was shot and killed on the 8,000 block of South Cottage Grove, which is just a few blocks away from Wiz City's territory. This was an apparent revenge against Wiz City / Drill City for their involvement in the murders of Monte and Lil Rob. Lil Jeff claimed that Lil Squirrel was innocent in an Instagram story post saying that ops will quote-unquote kill anybody when they emotional and stay safe all my innocent people, apparently saying he didn't consider Lil Squirrel to be a gang member or at least not a factor in the war. He claimed on an Instagram story to have 10 bodies and has 10 teardrop tattoos on his neck, which he got after the murders of Monte and Lil Rob. According to Spot News, initial reports indicated that a shooting incident took place on the 6600 block of South Rose Avenue in Illinois City of Chicago. The real-time scanner assessment further informed the outlet that the victim was shot and killed over the weekend was a reported rapper named Bloodhound Lil Jeff. It is to be added that the police are yet to officially announce the identity of the man who was reportedly shot at least 12 or at maximum 15 times. The victim was transported to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. There are no suspects in custody. A large number of shell casings were located at the crime scene, wrote National Press. White House correspondent Kyle Maza on X. Lil Jeff would be dissed online after his death. His candlelight vigil will be disrespected and his candles will be kicked all across the ground. Even his killer would do interviews online about the shooting. He would then go on the run, then turn himself in just to be released by CPD due to mutual combat. Alright y'all, that's been the crazy story of Bloodhound Lil Jeff, Drill City. Get in them comments, man. You know what it is. Drillers and trappers. We trapping and drilling. We ain't going nowhere, man. Gang, gang. Hey, don't go nowhere. Watch that next video. Gang.